All right, the time has finally come. You've been naming and shaming this family creator in my comments for at least a year, so let's talk about it. This Mad Mama. That's right, the family TikToker with 12 children in her mid-30s. She's finally on my radar, and I did a deep dive. So, here's my notes. We're going to talk about all the red flags that hit me in no particular order. Number one, about 3 seconds into watching her videos, I found a video of her talking about how she had a child as an experiment. She had a child as an experiment because she went, I think I'm fertile. So she went on a trip to visit her ex, someone she was not even in a relationship with, and got pregnant by him on purpose as an experiment. I dropped my notes. I was so mad about that one. Oh my God. The second big red flag to me is she bought this huge unsafe house for her children, and her eldest daughter helped her pay for it. But what I find particularly upsetting about the house situation, which I haven't seen a lot of other creators talk about, is the fact that seemingly in the background, she's filled it full of really nice, flashy antique furniture. And she's got certain bedrooms that she's packed full of toys and made look really Instagram friendly. But then apparently the roof is collapsing and it's unsafe for her children to live in. So, like, why are you buying antique hutches when the house isn't safe to live in? It's almost like she cares more about what the house looks like on her TikTok videos than her kids, like, being able to live in it without, like, black mold and rain. The next one is the kids look unhappy. The kids look unhappy. Literally in every single video, those look like miserable children. Every single photo and video she shows of that children looks like a clip from an upcoming Netflix documentary. You guys remember the Turpins? I think this is number 4. Her kids are on video saying, like, I hate that you make these videos of me. Kids at school are bullying me because of these videos. A decent parent would have deleted their account. Next, I found a video of her laughing and being like, oh my gosh, how cute is this? About the hallucinations she experiences. The auditory hallucinations. That's right. She went to a therapist because apparently now she's in therapy. Anyway, she went to the therapist and she's like, yeah, I have auditory hallucinations. And the therapist was like, oh, that's not cute. And she's on TikTok making a whole video about how it's cute and then trying to get people to get in the comments to normalize the hallucinations. Like, everybody does this, right? Everybody does this. The therapist said they don't, but like, we all hallucinate, don't we? Next, grifting for money. She grifts for money and doesn't seem to work. And yes, I know, she's chronically ill. I'm sure she is. 12 kids wears a body out. But doesn't matter. Those kids matter more than you do. Get up off your ass and do whatever you have to do to take care of them. You literally go till you drop if that's what it takes to take care of those kids. I also found it interesting that in this money grift, like if you go to the GoFundMe, she's basically saying, because of a series of unfortunate events, everything I try to do just goes wrong. The call's coming from inside the house. I don't know what number this is, but she refers to people worried about her children as trolls. She says, how can people harass us and stalk us? Honey, you put up a new video just about every single day plastering your children's face all over the world. They're not stalking you. They're trying to make sure your children are alive, clothed, and healthy. Also, calling people who are concerned about the welfare of your children as trolls, that's a mindset, isn't it? Next, she plasters the children everywhere. She plasters the children everywhere without their consent and no mind to their safety whatsoever. Those children will be all over the dark web. Guarantee you 100%. Next, the processed sugar. Oh my God. I know about food deserts and I know about poverty and all of that stuff. You still don't need to be feeding your children Monster energy drinks. Kept scrolling along, and then like in the next video, she was sitting there saying, you know what the problem is? And she's got 2 of her kids in this video, right, standing behind her while she does this video because she wants an audience while she says this video. She says, the problem is I'm too raw and too real. Girlfriend, are you serious? The problem is not that you're too raw and too real. The problem is that you had your children living in a slum while you stuffed it full of Instagram-worthy picture furniture and pumped them full of Monster energy drinks instead of taking care of them. And you kept pumping them out for attention. Next, zero accountability. Zero accountability. The closest thing this woman ever comes to an accountability in her videos is going, I try to make the right choice, but it always turns out wrong. God, my mom said that all the time. If every choice you make ends in a disaster for you and your children, You're the problem. Next is the performative image stuff. She's got all her kids dressed like goths. She tries to dress like a goth, and then she's got her whole house, which is, again, falling apart and not safe for her children to live in. That's why the youngest have been taken away from her. But she basically, like, tries to stage everything like this really, like, flashy, trendy TikTok witch, TikTok goth. That's a red flag for me. She made a video going, "I'm gonna reveal my biggest insecurity to you now," and then stood on the camera and posed in a see-through lace sexy dress, fishing for compliments, but saying, "I'm so insecure." Again, such a red flag. She's transphobic, and she's made transphobic comments, and she acknowledges that in her videos. Again, multiple videos of her children drinking energy drinks. Children. And then last but not least, red flags of learned helplessness all over this woman. I mean, she smacks of it. She stinks of it. She's got a whole video about how she needs someone to come and save her. Why can't she just find a relationship or a man? And it's never, "Oh, I've done all these terrible things, and that's why my life has turned out terrible, and that's why I don't have my children." It's, "I always try, and it's always bad, and I don't understand," and then pointing the fingers at other people. It's a no from me. And for those following her, I'm disgusted. What do you think? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.